In this video, I'm gonna go over my analytics of my one video that's blown up my channel that has over 700,000 views. And I wanna show you how much YouTube has paid me for 700,000 views. And guess what? It is going to shock you because it 100% shocked the shit out of me. And if we're just meeting, hello, I'm Goodrich. This is my channel, and I am a multi-hyphenate creative between photography, directing, now podcasting, and creating content here on video. My super passion is helping people figure out how to create their own content, believe in themselves, get the tools and tricks from how to light and look great to how to sound great, how to do all the things so that you can be your own media powerhouse. But if that's not you and you're just curious about money on YouTube, that's cool too. I'm gonna dive into my computer and show you what we got going on. All right, this is my dashboard, and you can see right now I have 26,063 subscribers. Totally amazing. And I've consistently made over 2,000 a month from YouTube videos, which is fabulous considering I missed the whole month of December. And I can tell you, if you would have talked to me 6 months ago, it would have been really hard to imagine even being here, because at that point I had less than 1,000 subscribers and hadn't yet reached the criteria to be monetized. So I hope you stay positive with wherever you're at on your YouTube journey, because if you stick with it long enough, it's like throwing spaghetti at the wall. If you throw enough at it over a long enough period of time, something will stick. And that's exactly what happened to me. Back to the computer. We have right now over 26,000, which is so amazing. And really the big video that changed everything is one called How to Look Good in Zoom. That might even be the video why you're here. And thank you for watching another video of mine. You were awesome, and I hope you now look and feel better in Zoom. Let's just look at views for this video. Now, what I want you to see is right now, if we look down here, I'm at over 700,000 views, which is excitingly close to 1 million. But this is the thing I really want you to see. This is over days. And when we start, of course, I had 40 views in May. So this is when I launched this video. And I want to go all the way June, still barely even hitting 1,000. June, the end of June, barely even hitting 1,000. July, end of July, 7,000. Like, this is a good video, but there wasn't anything wildly amazing about it. Then we get to here, and all of a sudden it starts to tick up from 10, this is day 1, day 3, 11,000, 6, 12,000, and then it just skyrockets here, August 15th. This is over the course of like 3 days. 31,000 to 47,000 to 74,000 to, by the 18th, over 163,000. And it was that first 100,000 views that allowed me to become of the partner program that allows YouTube to be monetized. So the first 100,000 views, I didn't even have monetization for. So really, in this video, it's what YouTube paid me for the first 600,000 views. Now, one thing I want you to notice is that it goes up, goes up, goes up, and then it kind of levels out a little bit. Like, this is a little bit slower growth, certainly, than here. And then somewhere recently, it's like ticked way off again. And the reason I want to be transparent about all this is because I really hope it gives you hope. It's interesting to learn the inner workings of what goes on behind a channel, but also to know that I had no control over this. This is a video that I thought flopped because it got virtually no views for the first 3 months. And now all of a sudden it's like massive. It says that at this point, it's had over 45 million impressions. That means over 45 million people have seen that thumbnail. And the click-through rate is 0.9, which is not very good. So I might actually change that thumbnail in the future because maybe it would be getting more traction. So if we look into traffic source, this makes it even more clear that suggested videos is this blue line, and that's really what skyrocketed. There's been some external, which means people linking to the video, and my theory, although we'd have to ask YouTube for this, is that The big turning point was that I had done an interview and I had mentioned that video. And because of that interview, a few people went and watched that video and commented on it. And it just triggered the algorithm. I think it then got connected to a big, powerful video recommended through there. And then ever since, it's been an explosion. So this blue line is the suggested video. Like I said, the one that I'm linked to, which has over 4 million views at this point. Because I'm associated with that, I'm getting people who are wanting more. And then there's some like YouTube search, director unknown, browse features, channel pages, all this other stuff. But really, most of the impressions are coming from suggested. Over 500,000 are coming from that. Let's talk about what you're here for, which is the money part of it. All right, so here is looking at all of my ad revenue up to date. And you can see that my estimated revenue as of right now is $28,070.06, which is crazy because it's only been 5 months since I was monetized at all. And like, this is a big number. And I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying this hopefully to inspire, because I didn't think that this was going to happen in this way. I put way more value on subscribers, and I thought you needed a lot more to make this kind of money. And I'm so grateful because it's allowing me the freedom to be able to change my business, which was just exclusively as commercial photographer, to change it in a way where I can really be able to make content and put resources and energy into, like my fantabulous editor, Allie, being able to put energy into making these videos as amazing as possible. You can see it went from nothing to something to a massive amount on April 17th. And the max amount I made was $1,685 in one day. It's obviously dropped off considerably from there. Let's dig into revenue and look at this one particular video, because most of the revenue that I've had has come from this one rockstar video. Drum roll, please. This video, this one video, from mid-August to now early January, has made $23,331.13. I am feeling lucky with all the threes. I hope your jaw is on the floor, because this is crazy to me that a video that stalled out, that didn't really do anything, has made this kind of money. Now, I want to show you why that is, because not all videos are created equal, and this is kind of my theory about why it's making so much. Because if you aren't really familiar with how YouTube works, and I just recently learned this, that there is a cost per click, a CPM rate, and it's technically like cost per mil. It's Latin or French or something like that. But that is the amount per thousand that you're getting back. Your videos are making more, but YouTube keeps an amount. These are the two numbers that really determine how much you make, because you might see YouTube videos, like there are some really amazing one about how much YouTube paid me for 1 million views from people like Shelby Church and just really awesome content creators that I absolutely love. And you'll see that their amount per views is very different. And this is my theory. It has to do with these two numbers. One is CPM, which is cost per mil, which basically means for every 1,000 views, how much is YouTube getting paid by advertisers? So that on my video is $53.50. And it's saying it's up 10%. That doesn't have to do with me. I have no control over that. The other number, which is really important, is the RPM. It basically means that's the amount I get to keep per 1,000 views. And that is $31.11. So for every 1,000 times somebody views my video, that's how much I'm personally getting paid. Now, these numbers are pretty high. You can see on some channels, if you search for these types of videos, that there are some that are as low as like $3 or something like that I've seen routinely. Here's my theory. I think that my video being specific to Zoom and professionals and teachers, people who have money to spend, right? Like, we're adults, we're showing up in the world, we're doing our jobs. People who have money to spend, advertisers pay more to connect with them. And that's my theory as to why this video has such high RPM, CPM, and I'm able to earn this much. So it's not going to be a typical amount if you're looking at my number in relationship to my views. It's very specific to you, and it might be way higher or way lower depending on what your niche is. But from what I've learned so far and from really amazing channels is that your niche really determines what these numbers are. The more your niche caters to an audience that has money to spend, that is interested in bettering themselves in whatever way through products that advertisers can add to, the more they will spend in trying to connect with that audience. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope it was insightful because I really love these videos myself in trying to understand more about how YouTube works and really how to create content that can legitimately help your business financially and to help you build a brand and show up as yourself and really create that kind of personal power to where you're not so reliant on somebody paying you for something, because you can really start a channel on whatever you want. And if you're making that kind of side hustle money, that really frees you up in a lot of ways. If you like my face and you want to see more of it and you're interested, here are a couple of amazing videos for you to watch. That would be wonderful. And as always, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me with the algorithm and getting videos seen. And be sure to leave a comment so I know who you are, so I know how awesome you are, because I read them all and it brings me so much joy. All right, I'll see you next week. Bye.